There is something running quietly in the background of your life right now. It is shaping every decision you make, every habit you keep, and every goal you either reach or abandon. Most people never notice it, and the ones who do seem to have an almost unfair advantage over everyone else. Scientists who study human behavior found that the average person spends nearly half their waking hours on autopilot, not choosing, just reacting, responding to impulses and emotional triggers they never consciously agreed to follow. The people who break out of that pattern share one specific quality that separates them from everyone else. The ancient Greeks had a word for it. They called it enkrateia, power over oneself. They did not treat it as a personality trait. They treated it as a skill, something that could be developed the same way a muscle grows under resistance. That distinction changes everything. Modern neuroscience has confirmed something remarkable about the human brain. It is not fixed after childhood. It is constantly reorganizing itself based on what you repeatedly do and think. Every time you resist an impulse, you are literally rewiring the circuitry that governs your future behavior. Every time you give in without thinking, you are doing the same thing in the opposite direction. In studies tracking long-term behavioral patterns, researchers found that people who practiced deliberate self-control showed measurable changes in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for planning and regulating emotion. The more they practiced, the more efficient that region became. The effort required actually decreased over time. Discipline was becoming automatic. Researchers who spent years observing high performers across multiple fields noticed that their defining habit was almost never dramatic. It was small, repeated acts of doing what they said they would do, even when nothing was forcing them to. Not because of willpower, because of identity. They did not see discipline as something they were doing. They saw it as something they were being. That shift is backed by behavioral psychology. When a person ties their actions to their sense of self rather than to outcomes or rewards, the behavior becomes far more durable. You are no longer trying to be disciplined. You are simply a person who does not quit on themselves. That is a completely different operating system. Here is where most people get it wrong. They wait for motivation to arrive before they act. But motivation almost never leads action. Research consistently shows the opposite. Action leads motivation. The feeling follows the doing. The version of you that is focused and consistent is not waiting for the right moment. That version is built through moments that feel completely wrong. The modern world is also engineered to work against you. Every notification, every algorithmically timed reward is designed by people who understand the brain's reward system better than most users ever will. That is not a conspiracy. It is commerce. But it means living with intention today requires more active effort than any previous generation in human history has ever had to apply. And so we return to where this began. That quiet thing running in the background of your life is not destiny. It is not fixed. It is a collection of choices layered on top of each other over time. The ancients understood something we are only now measuring with precision. The mind is not something that happens to you. It is something you either shape or leave to be shaped by whatever is loudest around you.